Don't give me that
sisapotayo namhlanje ngila eFristini nomphakathi. These are the people abalapha bazongisupport number. The power. So as you can see, these are the people. These are the people. So they came to listen to me, to us actually. These are job seekers. South Africa, you can see the rate. Abantu bangasebenzi ngakhona. People are not working, and the people they want to work. People need jobs. This must go. Even if you can have a president, look, today it's a CD drop, and you can see how many people are here bafuna umsebenzi. South Africans kubuhlungu by South African. Bheka nje abantu abaletha ama-CV namhlanje. Today date i-13 namhlanje date. Sika 2025 March. So we are here. Abangulo president.
Impilo ngishonayo ukuthi sicela ukuthi kube yi-CV drop namhlanje angithi sinememorandum esiyiphethe la esizothi masiceda ukulisela ama-CV la akhona ngaphakathi sizobanikeza yona that memorandum says it clearly ukuthi sicela lezi company must fire foreign nationals that are inside this company. And they must replace them with South Africans. So namhlanje njengoba siqalile phela yini i-CV drop angithi. And please ngisatsho ngiyacela, there must never be violence angithi. We are going to show them ukuthi we are a disciplined nation. What we want is our jobs. What they have here is ours, not theirs. Because we are the ones that are paying tax. So this, it will not only happen in this company, Pena. This industrial place, all of them, they must know that we have the right. Mamelani kunenkokheli ezikhona la zeforum angithi eforum yala ekhaya angithi ngizongena nabo sihlale phansi sixoxisane nabo kahle babonise ukuthi manje from now on izosebenza sosizana kanjani angithi good people ukuthi how do we talk with the companies angithi so into engicelayo kini ukuthi please again the very same way that we have.
South Africa is taking over their country, and I'm so excited about that. Imagine South African youth. These are South African youth. Where are those Africans that are saying that their brothers, their South African brothers and sisters are lazy? Where are they? Where are they? South Africa is taking over their country. I'm sure you all know that one of the challenges that South Africans are facing is also unemployment. And each time they said illegal foreigners in their country have taken over their jobs, majority of us don't seem not to understand where they were heading to, simply because we do not want to give them that listening ear. We didn't want to give them that attention, right? Now, any company that announces for vacancy, seeking for workers to apply, seeking for people to apply for a job. Probably they needed something like 50 to 70 workers, right? The next thing you will see is about 5,000 to 8,000 South African youths applying for that position. That is to tell you that South African youth are willing to work. They are willing to work. But the only problem was that illegal foreigners were scattered all over. They were all over. Instead of these people to employ South African youth, instead of them to give them that job, they would rather prefer to employ illegal foreigners. Now, assuming the minimum wage is $10 per hour, or let's say $5 per hour, right? In South Africa, okay, let's use rands. Assuming in South Africa, minimum wage is 10 rands per hour, right? Now, these people will rather employ illegal foreigners because they know they are so desperate to work. They need money to eat. They need money to pay for accommodation and all that. So they would rather employ illegal foreigners and be paying them two rands per hour or 3 rands per hour. And trust me, no South African youth is willing to step down. No South African youth is willing to settle for less. So because of that, no one is willing to employ them. No one is willing to employ South Africans because they believe that the money that they will use and pay a South African for like 1 hour, if you use that money, you will use it to pay to an illegal foreigner, use it to pay for like 2 hours, right? So they now prefer to give illegal foreigners those jobs. As of last year, around October, November, December, South African government, like the authorities, they swept the country. They cleaned up the country, arresting illegal foreigners in every companies, and they were also arresting the managers, company owners, like everybody. They were arresting the managers for even employing illegal foreigners instead of South African citizens. Are you getting it? So most times our African brothers keep saying that, oh, South Africans are lazy, they don't like work. Hello, these are people that are so far. They are far from South Africans. They are the same people that have caused South Africans to be unemployed. And they are still the same, mocking South Africans over what they have done. As of that ending last year, South African government swept the country very well. They cleaned up the country very well. They arrested undocumented foreigners in the country. They arrested them. They shut a lot of companies down. They closed a lot of companies. Those companies that refused to employ South African citizens, but rather they chose to employ illegal foreigners instead of South African citizens. Are you getting it? They shut a lot of companies down. They arrested a lot of bosses, a lot of managers, CEOs. They arrested them, including illegal foreigners. They arrested majority of, in fact, all of them. Because that time, you walk into a company, you see that they were up to 5,000, okay, let me say 500 workers, 500 staff. And among that 500 staff, it was just only one South African that was working in that company. So that's very, very wrong. It's so bad. In fact, it was as if foreigners have taken over South Africa from the citizens. So when I look at my fellow Africans saying that South Africans are lazy, I keep asking myself, like, how is it that they don't like working? So how have they been coping? If they don't like working, how have they been coping? Not until I came very close to South Africans. I came very close to them. I looked deep down what is going on in their country. I felt so bad. Honestly, I felt so bad. You can't tell me that like a normal human being doesn't have plan for his or her life. They all have plans. But then assuming I'm in South Africa, trust me, I will still not take the job. As long as I know that the government have approved so amount, that this should be the minimum wage, that no one should take anything less. Trust me, I will never settle for less if I happen to be a South African, right? So I'm so excited that finally South Africans have taken over their country, right? Imagine what is going on in the country. A company will announce that they need 500 people or 50 people or 70 people for this position. And by the time you know it, more than 3,000 people have applied for that job. So who are those people applying for that job? Are they not South Africans? They are South African citizens that have been sitting at home, crying for job. If they're not willing to take up this job, why would they come out in massive? Why would they come out in massive to apply for job? That is to tell you that they have cried for so long. They have waited for a day like this. So to my South African brothers and sisters, I'm so happy for you. I'm so excited for you. Like, I'm so happy for you. Trust me. I'm so happy for you. So to everyone that keeps saying that South Africans are bad, South Africans are this, they have relieved them from their job, they have taken, I don't know. If you are in South Africa and you feel that you are not being treated nicely, please go home, go to your home country. Go back to your home country where you will be treated like a queen and a king. I'm sure everyone wants to be treated right? Go to your country where you will be treated right, where you'll be carried like a queen, where you'll be treated like a king. Go to your home country. South Africa isn't your country. They want to fix their country. They want to fix their country, and that's exactly what they are doing. I'm so excited. Look at the citizens. So, like, see how excited they are. See how happy they are. All of them, they have not gotten the job yet, but they are so excited. They have hope that finally one of them will surely get a job. Even if it didn't get to me, at least it will get to another person standing by me. Look at how excited they are, just because they have all come out to look for job. Please, African brothers and sisters, let's not be selfish. We need to be considerate. You don't move into someone's country and you want to suffocate the person. You literally want to take over everything. Everything. Now, ask yourself, how many South Africans are in support of undocumented foreigners? How many? Like, I'm not seeing anyone. I'm not seeing anyone. They are all speaking the same language. Is that not even enough to make you uncomfortable in that country? Assuming I live in South Africa and everyone is against undocumented foreigners, and me, I know I'm living there illegally, right? I'm not living there with proper document. Trust me, if they are all speaking the same language, if they are all against illegal foreigners in their country, trust me, I will be uncomfortable. I will be totally uncomfortable. And the next thing I will do is to look out for another country that I can move to, I can move into, right? But I don't understand why everyone seems to be so comfortable. You know you are undocumented in this country, and they have been telling you to leave, 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 leave. And yet you remain so comfortable, and you are still the one speaking bad about South Africans. They don't allow us to sell our market. They don't allow us to do this. They don't allow our children to go to school. They know that they don't allow you to do all these things, and you are still there. And you are still there. I can't even imagine myself being in a country where I'm not allowed to make sales. I'm not allowed to look for job. My kids are not allowed to go to school, or even when they go to school, they are being treated different. Like, assuming I'm saying the truth, assuming this is the truth. Trust me, the next thing I will do is to move out of that country. As long as it's not my country, as long as I'm not from that country, I will just move out. I will move out. So I don't even understand why our African brothers will still be in a country that you know too well that their immigration rules are so strict, so tough, like they don't joke with it. And you are still there. You know that you can't comfortably do your business, you can't comfortably make sales, you can't, simply because you are undocumented, you don't have your document. So what else are you doing in that country if not committing crimes? Because assuming you are not committing crimes and you know that you are not documented, you are not properly documented, and you are saying the truth that they are not allowing you to do your business, you can't even, okay, right now, you can't even look for job, because from November last year or October, the South African officials, the authorities, they arrested every undocumented foreigners that are working in South Africa. They busted the companies and they arrested everyone. So that one is for sure that right now, if you are in South Africa as undocumented foreigner, believe me that nobody will employ you, because anyone that employs you is in danger, is in a hot soup, because he himself will also be arrested. And if care is not taken, the company will also be shut down. So nobody wants that.